Happy Thursday. I'm on a little bit early because I'm not going to this too long. I do have some things I need to do today. So I'm hopping on and hanging out for a short while. I'm just going to turn the fans down so you guys can hear me. I've got all the fans on full blast because of yesterday's scare. Alright, so I had another leak in my buckets this morning, which was a pain. I've had the leak for a little while and I keep trying to fix it and it keeps happening. I don't know where it's coming from. I know where it's coming from, but I don't know what else I could do to fix it other than take the bucket out and take a closer look. So I put a lid of one of my sprouting trays to catch the water, and I actually the tray was full, and I went to go throw it outside, like dump all the water from the leak, and I spilled it all over the floor because I'm super clumsy. So I just got done cleaning that up. That's a man-made leak. That's a user error, so that's on me. Exciting day in the garden. There's so much growing. What's up, Lally Fitness? There's a lot growing. Very excited about today's update. Yesterday we noticed potentially some powdery mildew on one of my zinnia plants, which I got really freaked out about, so I got it out of the tent immediately and planted it in a bucket outside. I wanted to keep away from my other plants and also my other plants in the outdoor garden. So I put it in a bucket, and it completely wilted from the heat yesterday. And then today I went outside to check on it and it bounced back. So we are good. This is what I'm referring to here, these flowers. I grow them outside, but I'm growing them inside to try to get a head start on the summer season. And so these were grown aeroponically, and I harvested them. I put them in water just to have nice to look at while I work. And check that out, you guys. It actually rooted in the water. Isn't that wild? I put nutrients and a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and we've already got roots, which is so weird. So should I back in the buckets, you guys? Should I try it again? I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but very, very cool that it's rooted. So yeah, I am looking forward to showing you guys what's going on in the garden today. I've got a ton of cucumber flowers that opened up, a ton of new cucumbers growing. I got not one, not two, but 3 watermelons growing. I've got a lot of stuff happening, so I'm quite excited. And we are starting more this weekend. We're gonna get the second bucket system set up. I have a lot of new veggies to add. We germinated some pepper, eggplant, tomatillos last week or earlier on in the week. And so those are gonna be ready to go soon. Everything's just thriving, you guys. So I'm pretty excited to keep you updated. Like I said, today's not going to be super long. I've got some things I got to get done, but I'll take you for the tent tour. I'll show you what's going on, and we're going to do a little bit of defoliation for my pepper plants. I think they need just a little bit because they are going quite crazy, and I know that the peppers themselves like shade, but I want everything to have some proper airflow as well. So that is what we're going to work on. So well, happy birthday, Callie. I hope you have a great birthday. But although I have a great voice, I don't sing when I'm put on the spot, you guys. So maybe you'll hear me sing one day. But right now, I'll just wish your daughter a happy birthday. Hope she has a great one. Yeah, tomorrow, or when is it? I think it's like the last day of June, which is so crazy. This month flew by. All right, guys, I'm just gonna get a few things going, and then you are so welcome, Jen. I hope she has a great day, and I hope you have a great I am just gonna get a few things going, and I will be right back. Gotta fill up my towers, you guys, so I'm just gonna be adding a bit of nutrients in these jugs before we do our tent tour. I'm actually really excited to show you guys what's new and what's growing. For those of you that just joined, that don't know, hang on, I'm just looking for my paper towel. Where did I put it? All right, so for those of you that don't know what this is my indoor garden. It is a 200 square foot Mylar grow tent where I grow all my own food. I try to eliminate as much stuff off my bill from the grocery as possible. So this is it, you guys. This is where I grow all my own food and try to take control of my food sovereignty, you know? These days, you don't know what's going into what you buy, and it's quite concerning. And even things that are organic, I don't know if they're organic anymore, you guys. You've got to be careful. So my mission is to kind of take matters into my own hands and have control over that, so that I can feel confident and good about what I consume. So yeah, I'm actually going, after this, I'm gonna stop by a friend's hydro shop. It's their actual last brick and mortar day before they close their shop. So I'm gonna go just, you know, hang out, say bye. So that's where I'm headed after this, you guys. So this is the fertilizer I use. This is General Hydroponics Florinova Grow 7410. I use this in all my grow towers. There's nothing in the grow towers right now that's a flowering plant, other than our cucumbers, but they're not staying in there for long. So I use this fertilizer on the towers, and then the buckets are on the bloom right now. So if I'm should be wearing gloves to do this, you guys, because I just pulled my sins out of the hydrogen peroxide. And if you've ever gotten hydrogen peroxide, the 20%, 29% on your hand, it just turns completely white, and it's got quite the scare factor. What's up, Ray Hassis? Thanks for joining. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having an awesome so far. The heat wave is over. I'm kind of sad about it. I like the heat wave. All right, so I'm just adding in 2 milliliters per liter. because I added in just water yesterday. So I gotta add a little extra nutrients. And it's gonna help our lettuce grow, you guys, and herbs. So I'm just gonna add this to all the towers, and then we're gonna go on the tent tour. I'm gonna show you guys everything that's new. So get ready, because the good part's coming. Alright, so towers are filled, everything is under control. So yeah guys, this is the garden, this is the grow tent. I'm going to take you guys on a tent tour, show you everything that's growing. It's always a good time in here, you guys. And if you didn't see, I posted a reel this morning of, you know, when you grow out of the club or that nightlife, but you don't grow out of the music that brings you right back into that moment. You ever have that? A smell or a song or a show or something that just brings you right back and makes you feel all nostalgic. So I go for a walk every morning, and one morning I had I don't know, just a random playlist. I heard this song, and it just brought me right back to the days when I used to go to the club. And sometimes I hear one of those songs and I just have a little dance party with myself in the grow tent, and it gave me the idea of like, man, wouldn't that be funny to create a reel about someone who's like delusional, who thinks they're in a club, but they're not. They're in their regular everyday life because they don't live that life anymore. Yeah, it was funny and I had fun making it. All right, guys, let's do this. It's 12 on the dot. So that's what I'm trying to do, is hop on a little early and then get the show started right at noon, you know? All right, so without further ado, you guys, the tent tour. So today, Thursday, I don't know what date it is. I think June 26th. I think it's the last day of school for a lot of kids. So if you're parents, good luck, because now you got to deal with your kids at home. So I'm just kidding. But yeah, you can show them this live. I'm sure they'd like to watch all the things growing in the garden, and I'll do my best not to swear. So yeah, the orange tower, let's start with the orange tower. Lettuce is just abundant. The parsley, I mean, come on, look at that. Green, lush, beautiful, huge leaves. Cilantro, I harvested the whole thing and it's already growing back. I've got a ton of dill growing. Our tower tomatoes are struggling, but they're still alive. And what else do I got here in this? Got some dinosaur kale, which is looking so good. It's gonna be time for a little harvest soon. I've got beautiful sage. I've got some basil growing here, and I've got giant red mustard, which is cool because in my last grow it wasn't even turning red. So now I can start to see some of the red pigments coming through, which is pretty cool. As for the next tower, again, I've got a little bit of algae damage control to do. This is because I didn't fasten the layers together. I got a bit of a leak happening, and then algae builds up. But it's not a big deal. I can just either wipe it up or try to clean it off, but we'll get that fixed up. But this whole tower is pretty much full of just parsley, curly and flat leaf. And then this tower here is all lettuce items. They're doing exceptionally well. We just transferred it last week, and this is already 1 week growth. It was just a little baby seedling, so if you guys have been following along, you know how small it was, and I'm sure you can see how much it's grown in just a few days, which is crazy. I've got a bunch of different lettuce varieties in here, so pretty excited. So maybe in a few weeks we'll start to see some larger leaves forming, and then we'll get to start to eat them, you guys. And then here, these are all my cucumber starts. They will be going in the bucket system, but for now the tower is fine. We've got some nice roots happening here, which is very cool. So the tower stays on all day long, the water trickles, and it's got nutrients in it, and that's how the roots get fed, which is awesome. I'm very excited about that. And as for the buckets, tomatoes are just gone wild because we just pruned them a couple of days ago, and I've already got so many new leaves, so many new flowers. I got so many new tomatoes. I've got some there, some here, some there. Bunch of flower clusters happening. Little baby ones there. Over here, these ones are starting to ripen. Look how gorgeous those are. I did a taste test the other day, and oh my gosh, you guys, these are like a freaking candy bomb. They're so good. And then we just got a bunch of new clusters happening, which is pretty exciting. I upped the bloom fertilizer the other day, and they seem to be responding well. So those are the tomatoes. I'm pretty proud of them. I feel good about them. Some more flowers up there. And the peppers, I think it's time to start defoliating, because, I mean, these two plants are holding each other up. They are struggling to stay upright. My main focus this grow has been the size of the bell peppers, and I think I'm finally achieving the size that I want. I'm very, very happy with the way these bell peppers are looking, and they just look so perfect. They definitely have that bag appeal. This is my prized bell pepper. It's just so perfect and a perfect size. I can't wait. I've got a bunch of them here. Another one over here. This one's huge, actually. This one's bigger than the last one I just showed you. And then another one in there. So I got a lot of bell peppers happening, and they're all really impressive sizes. Somebody gave me a pointer to, well, several people gave me pointers to not have more than 7 flowers growing on the plant at once, because then it'll affect the size of the peppers. So that was some great information, because it seems to be helping. And then as for other pepper varieties, I've got my first jalapenos growing. Well, they're not my first. I had another plant, but it was so stunted that this is the real deal. These are my jalapenos. I'm so excited. They're doing beautifully in our Ogo net pot. This is a net pot from a friend of mine, Andrew from Ogo, which we're actually going live tonight. So check us out, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. But look at those roots, you guys. Looking good. And then this guy was off to a rough start, but we got a ton of new growth, which is great. And no peppers yet, but we got a lot of flowers. And then here, got some poblano peppers growing. Let me just try to get a better angle for you guys. There we go. Oh, hang on. There we go, guys. Ancho poblano peppers. Very, very, very excited about that. I've never grown them before. It's my first time. And this plant here, you guys, I have no idea. I think it'll be a jalapeno plant. I don't know if you can see that little... It's hard for me to focus when live. Not focus like concentrate, I mean focus my camera. But yeah, got little baby peppers. What's up, G4T? Happy Thursday. And then our Chinese 5-color peppers are just popping. I got a new one right in there. And then I've got all these purple peppers just popping out of everywhere. They're so cool looking. I love them. I'm really excited because they start to ripen into a bunch of different colors, so that'll be really, really cool. Watermelons. I've got so many little baby watermelons growing, you guys. Look, there's one right there. And then I have another one right there. And then, I think I saw one morning, another one. It's so small, it's so hard to see, but it is right there. So we got quite a few watermelons. These need to be hand pollinated. Sing on that every morning. Oh my gosh, I have another watermelon. Look at that. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, perfect for summer. Hopefully they grow quickly so I can eat them. But yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff growing, you guys. My strawberry plant is coming along nicely. It's taking its sweet ass time, but it is coming along. And I've got some really beautiful roots. They are still little, but they are cute. And yesterday we got one of our zinnia plants out of the tent because it had potential powdery mildew, which I don't think it was, but just in case, I took it out of the tent and I moved it outside. But we got another one that just opened this morning, which is exciting. And this one's gonna open, and same with that one. And then I've got some dahlia flower plants. I'm curious how they'll grow aeroponically, so I've got those in there. Very, very cool. And that's it, you guys. I also have, as for seeds and stuff that's germinating, we've got a bunch of peppers that sprouted. These are all peppers. And then I've got some of the tomatillos that sprouted. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then, what else? Eggplant. So it looks like we got one of them that sprouted. Other than that, that's it, you guys. So we're well on our way to more plants. I just got so much going on. Honestly, I'm forgetting what's growing, but that's the fun of it. In the morning, I come in here and sometimes I only give myself like 15 minutes just to do a thorough check of everything. And even that's not enough because there's just so much to look at, so much to go through. Oh, and our cucumber. What's up, Mia Lifestyle? Happy Thursday. This is the cucumber plant. All the flowers dried out. I was pretty concerned, so I increased the calcium. And now I've just got flowers on flowers on flowers on flowers. I've got cucumbers growing everywhere. One cucumber there, one cucumber there. I've got one cucumber there. I've got there's so many little baby ones too if you look closely. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. A lot of hand pollinating happening, and just a lot of monitoring and making sure we do right by our plants. So again, if you don't hand pollinate things like cucumbers, zucchinis, watermelon, you're not going to get fruit, which is crazy because it really gives me a whole new appreciation for the pollinators out there. They run, or so we can run, or I don't know what the saying is, but they do all the legwork. They work so that we can eat, pretty much. What's up, Les? Happy Thursday. So yeah, as for the garden, I do have some defoliating to do. I have to focus on learning the Pulse Pro and figuring out how I can optimize this environment even further. With the summer and wave, because I have the air conditioning on, it can be challenging to keep the tent at a good temperature. This morning when I came in here, it was like 72, which is on the cooler side. So it's all about balance and doing the best I can. Because I'm in here every single day inspecting things, I can catch things at a time. So like yesterday, I was telling you guys that I had a zinnia plant, which is a flower, and it looked like it started to get, I mean, it didn't look PM, but it was like a white film on the leaves. So I started panic, and I decided to isolate it and just bring it outside right away because I don't want to F around and find out. You know what I mean? I just want to be as cautious as possible. But on that note, For those of you guys that just joined, check this out. So you guys know I harvested these several weeks ago. This one was harvested a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and then this one was harvested like 3 weeks ago. Look, we've got roots. I didn't intend on propagating it, and normally that doesn't happen. Every time I've cut flowers from my cut flower garden and I put them in water, they don't root, they just stay like based flowers. I don't know. So now this one would probably, because I added just a little bit of nutrients and hydrogen peroxide, so it begs the question, should we put it back in the bucket system? You guys let me know in the chat what you think I should do. I'll probably end up just leaving it in the vase, but I could, or I could plant it outside and see how it does outdoors. That'd be cool too. Maybe it'll bloom some more flowers. I took you guys outside, was it yesterday? Yesterday to show you outdoor garden. And this morning it looks so rough because it's getting destroyed by earwigs. So I've got to use some of this stuff, Lost Coast. We're going to use this. I have to use it on my indoor garden just as a preventative measure because I'm not sure if that flower plant did have PM or not. But gonna have to use this outside. I don't know how it works with earwigs. Hopefully it deters them from effing around with my plants, because if you guys have ever experienced earwigs in your garden, it is such a pain. They destroy all the foliage. They eat all the leaves, and they leave nothing behind. So I've got tons of holes in my leaves, and it looks my garden's been super run down, even though I try to take really good care of it. It's makes me appreciate the lack of bugs in the indoor garden. But again, that also comes with a responsibility to keep it super clean in here, which I think I'm due for a cleaning. I think my tower tomatoes, I need to figure out some kind of trellis because they're kind of hanging on the floor, and so I got to figure that out. I'm also just putting off getting my second bucket system together because it's not a lot of work, but it is, because you got to check all the lines, check all the misters, make sure there's no leaks, and make sure everything is ready to go, because once your plants are in there, it's kind of a bitch to manage after. So yeah, the goal is we're going to take some tomato cuttings, we're going to root them, and we're going to get them in the second bucket system, because honestly, I should even just eat one of these tomatoes now. You guys, I'm going to put up the taste test tomorrow. You guys are going to see it, but wow. So these tomatoes are from the States. A friend of mine brought me back from the grocery store a bunch of tomatoes, and they were so good. And it's so funny because they're sold all the way in the States. Like, they have them here, but not the same ones. They're not like the super little small cherry tomatoes that taste like candy. So I thought that they were really good. She brings them back for me often. What's up, Pro Pyro? Happy Thursday. And so she brought them back, and I said, you know what, of like banking on these all the time, let me just take the seeds and grow them myself. So I took the seeds, I germinated them, and these are the tomatoes that you see growing right now. So last week she went back to the States, she grabbed me a pack of those tomatoes, and I was like, I don't need them, I got tomatoes growing now. And then I thought, you know what, I do need them, because I need to do a taste test. Which ones are better? The ones that are greenhouse grown in soil in Ontario, or the ones that I grew myself? And I don't know if it's based on when I harvested it, or just, I don't know, the nutrients that's going into it, or being overwatered or mass produced. They are so good. Oh my gosh, I'm not even into like sweets or certain things, and this candy, honestly, I wish I could share with you guys through the screen, because they're the best tomatoes I've ever had. That now, between the cucumber and the tomato, I'm really never freaking buying anything from the grocery store, because why would I, when I've got the best of the best growing here? So it's just reaffirms the fact that you can't beat homegrown. Honestly, these tomatoes, especially, not only the fact that I know exactly what goes into it and how it's grown, and that I'm not using any chemicals, but One thing is the harvesting time, right? A lot of the stuff that you buy from the store, it's harvested early so that by the time it makes it to or to your fridge or whatever, it's not rotting. And so that's one thing. And then the other thing too is when you buy from the store, because you don't know where it comes from, you have to wash it. And for me personally, I have really bad, like the tap water is really, really bad. Got a lot of hard water. And I know there's things like an RO system or a softener that you can get, but that's in the works. But aside from that, when it comes to washing your groceries, it is so bad. Like, I don't want freaking calcium build up on my tomatoes just for washing them, you know, even my lettuce. So it's really nice to be able to harvest lettuce, herbs, tomato, cucumber, whatever it might be, and not even have to wash it. Like, I can literally pick this off the vine right now. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it, and I can just, oh, like, that is so good. It's so good. I can't get over it. Those are the best tomatoes I've ever had. Honestly, wow. I wish I had more that were ripe, because wow, I can't get over it. You can't. Anyways, so yeah, this is what I do all day in my garden, you guys. I just hang in here and I just taste stuff. We should do a taste test. I should go around and just taste everything in the garden, because honestly, wow, there's literally nothing like it. I cannot wait to get more cucumbers though. And I'm curious to see how long that watermelon's gonna take. So now, for those of you that just got here, I have 3 or 4 watermelons growing now, which is insane. Out of 4 plants, on one plant, there's 3 watermelons. So I'm very, very, very excited. And same with the strawberries. I have yet to try the strawberries, aeroponic strawberries. Last grow, as you guys know, been following along, I had strawberries, and then I got thrips, and I had to get rid of all the strawberries in my grow tower, which totally sucked. They weren't fruiting yet, but as I was through out, I saw the first flower and I was like, no! So it's okay. We are back on track. We've got a thriving plant, and I do have to start more seeds though. Les says store-bought are usually picked extra early, hence why they taste blah. Yes, absolutely. They're picked early, or don't they spray stuff on it to keep it from ripening? I know they spray stuff on it to make it ripen, so I don't know. But it's no bueno, you guys. Stay away from the grocery store. Les says, I bought a yellow watermelon from the low place yesterday. It actually had some black seeds. Wow! If you guys can get your hands on a seeded watermelon, you should. Now everything is seedless, and it's like, but why? Like, why modify it to make it not produce seeds? That's so crazy to me. So yeah, I hate that they do that. So when you find a seeded watermelon, it's like hitting the jackpot. Also, at Costco, their watermelons are like $16.99 or $17.99, something ridiculous. Who the heck is gonna pay that? So that's why I'm like, I gotta figure out how to grow my own stuff, because shit's getting real expensive, you guys. Spray stuff, lack of nutrients. Yes, absolutely. They spray everything, you guys. Nowhere is safe. We're all being poisoned. So it's a really feeling to be able to grow my own. The only thing is, you know, it's a lot to manage and a lot to learn. And I still have so much to learn. There's a bunch of new stuff that I want to try that I haven't tried yet. And yeah, just taking you guys on the run with me. Watermelon is crazy priced. Yeah, I mean, everything is kind of crazy priced right now. Everything is super, super expensive. And the stuff that's like on sale just tastes like shit. I don't know what it is. Everything tastes like crap. Like the tomatoes that I compared with that were store-bought, they were good. Well, I thought they were good until I compared them immediately after with those. And I realized, oh, wow, you think something's good, but it's really not, because once you do the side-by-side comparison, you really realize the difference in flavor. And super, super disappointing. The stuff that you get from the grocery store, and then the price that you pay, it's like, just what am I doing here, you know? So unfortunately, where I'm at in Canada, Ontario, Canada, you get like the shortest summer months that even growing a watermelon is challenging, because I think it takes several months to produce a full-sized watermelon. And I don't even think there's time in the summer if you start from seed, unless you buy a mature plant. I think that's the only way to achieve it in that short time, because yeah, we get gypped with our summer months, you guys. It sucks. So I'm just excited that I have this setup. I'm grateful because it allows me to not have to worry about that kind of stuff. But now the thing I need to worry about is kind of succession planting. So what's happened in my last several grows is in the winter, you get, down and whatever, and the winter blues. And so come spring, I feel good again. I feel motivated. So then I start seeds and I start my indoor garden, but it's in line with the summer. It doesn't make sense. So what I need to make sure of this time is that I prepare myself to not only have like one grow out of the 12 months, but make it 2 grows, one in the summer, harvest in the fall, and while the harvest is happening, have seeds already started and seedlings ready to be transferred, so that, come September, not only am I harvesting everything that's currently alive, but now I'm also new stuff, so that November, December, in the winter months, that is when I really want to be growing the food, right? Because you don't get that luxury of having it in the winter outside. And obviously you can't grow it in the snow. So yeah, that is something, opportunity for improvement, something I really got to work on. So that's going to be the goal. So yeah, right after this, I'm headed to Hydro. They've got like a liquidation sale going on, so I'm gonna go check it out. It's their last brick and mortar day, so I'm gonna head over there and just hang out, see if there's anything I can use. I need some fertilizer. I need some hydrogen peroxide. I need a lot of stuff. So I always like to support local, not necessarily local, but brick and mortar. I always like to physically go to a store. I don't know why. Even when it comes to like shopping or whatever, I hate buying online. I love going into places because maybe it's a control thing or a uncertainty thing, but I like to see what I'm buying, and also just to support businesses, right? There are so many things online right now that are kind of taking over the personal connection, and so I try to, show up for businesses and try to support the best I can, and it's always a good feeling. I think, people appreciate it, as well as it's just a different experience. Like, online is so personal and so transactional, and sometimes just being able to talk to somebody or ask questions, or again, exchange information, exchange ideas, which is why I started doing these daily lives. If I open up my life and my routine to you guys, then maybe you'll have some tips or some valuable insights for me to help me succeed. And I'm always looking to learn more, always looking for information. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out and contributing in the chat, and giving me your ideas, information, expertise, because that's what it's all about, you guys. It's all about learning and growing together. Honestly, after editing this morning's reel that I posted, or this morning's short about, when you outgrew the club, I think about like my old life and how things used to be, and I think about it now, and wow, I never would have pictured myself within this community, and I'm so grateful. You guys have been so awesome, so really appreciate you guys. Les says, I'd rather buy from smaller local shops. There's a lot here. There's a small local bakery here. They make good chicken pot pie. Oh gosh, I hope it's free-range chicken and no hormone antibiotics, because that's important. You guys, these days they're like pumping up our meat with so much crap, so you gotta be careful. I know life gets busy. It's hard not to consume processed foods, or it can be expensive to buy organic. So I understand that you just have to do the best you can, but knowledge is power, right? So that, sometimes I eat like crap too, but as long as you know that you're eating like crap and you know that there's better out there, then you're good, because then the choice is yours, right? It's on you. So that's the way I look at it. Balance, right? Balance with everything. So I do like to, have treats once in a while, and I definitely can enjoy some good old processed food, but for the most part I try to keep it clean, and it'll only increase because look at all this stuff growing, right? So that's the main goal, you guys. But yeah, I know we were supposed to defoliate today, but I actually have to get going. So tomorrow we're going to defoliate the peppers. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah. So what are we going to do tomorrow? I think we'll just defoliate the peppers and see if there's any new peppers that could be transferred and started in the, I don't know if I'm going to put them in the tower, because the seedlings, I don't want them to get overwatered, and we know how the tower can tend to overwater things, so we'll see. But I'll come up with something for tomorrow. But tonight, I'm pretty sure I'm going live with Andrew. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Last week we played a game. We had a lot of fun, so you guys should come hang out tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's always a good time, and I hope to see you guys there. But if not, and if you guys haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the good things. I really appreciate you guys. If you're into indoor gardening, just good vibes in general, come hang out. I try to live every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That is my commitment to you. I just want to share my garden with you guys. So thank you guys for showing up like every day. You guys are so awesome. Honestly, I just really appreciate you guys. So you have a great day. Tomorrow's Friday, you guys. We made it through, and I hope I see you guys tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time with Andrew from Oak. I'm gonna try to make some time and come up with a better game than last week. We Factor Opinion, and it was written by ChatGPT. So maybe this time I will I'll get my creative juices flowing and come up with a good. So see you guys tonight, and if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have an awesome day, and again, thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.